Welcome back to my channel. Before I proceed, please like this video and subscribe to my channel because it will help me a lot in sharing you more videos weekly. Okay, so in this video, what I want to do is I want to clean this data. Okay, this data is somehow messy. Okay, so how do I clean this data? Okay, first of all, we need to find out if this data has some errors. Okay, for instance, if you look at this this name column, you find that the names are not full, they are not in full. Okay, so we have James Martin, and then we have the emails james.martin and the same Michael Jackson, we have Michael.Jackson. So and also if you look at the cases, find that Michael is uppercase and then Jackson is lowercase, so there is that anomaly. And also here the phone numbers in this column are not consistent, right? Others are starting with 265 and others are starting with 09 and others are starting with what? With 9, right? So but the correct way is to start with what? 265. And also in this column, row address, I want the address to be in a separate column, and also the location or the city to also be what? In a separate column. Right, so without much ado, let me start by cleaning this data now. Okay, we're using Excel, we're not using Power Query, we're using Excel. Okay, so I want a column for the street, okay, the street name, and I also want a column for city. Okay, so you find that there are street names and city. So what I'll do here, I'll start by typing 97 dot or rather space or st. Okay, so then I just do flash fill, which is Control E. Okay, so all the street names have been what? Have been listed down there. Okay, and also for the city, what I'll do is I'll type Lilongwe. Okay, and then put my cursor there and what? Control E. So all the street addresses and all the city names have been separated. So what I can do here is I can just delete this one, this column. Okay, so I have cleaned that data. Okay, now I also want to clean this column for phone numbers. What do I do? Okay, so I'll replace, I want all those numbers which start with 09, like this number, it should start with plus 265. So what I'll do is I'll just select this column and then Control F and then go to replace. Okay, wherever there is 09, I'll replace with plus 265 space 9, and I'll do what? And I'll do what? I will press replace all. Once I replace all, just look at what happens to those numbers which start with 09, like this number and that number. So I just do what? Replace all. Okay, you see now, you see what has happened to those numbers. They have been what? They have been formatted, right? So we're remaining with those numbers which start with the 9. Okay, so the same, those numbers which start with 9, we want them to start with plus 265. So what I'll do again, I'll go to column D, Control F, replace. Okay, so we'll find all those numbers which start with 9 and also replace with 2659, and then do what? Replace all. Okay, so if I close, and also look at what is up. Okay. So just a minute. Control Z. There is an error. Okay, there is an error. Okay. Yeah. So there is an error with this one. So let's keep this one. Let's keep the phone column. Let's keep it for now. Okay, and then for the, let me add a column by doing Control Shift plus, and I put name here. Okay, so I want all these numbers, or rather I want all these names to be in the not in uppercase, not in lowercase, but in the proper case. Okay, so for the proper case, I'll do equals proper tab, select this, enter. So it is James Martin, and then I do Control E to copy down the formula. It is not working, so I just do Control Shift down. Oh, sorry. I just copy it down, Control D. Okay, I'll just go down. Let's see what I get. Just something like that. Okay, I go down, Control D. Okay, so I have normalized this column. Okay, I have removed the uppercase, so I've put the proper case for everyone, for every name. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll kill this formula by doing Control, then I'll do Control Shift V to kill the formula, and then what I'll do next, I'll delete this column B by doing Control minus. After that, what I'll do now, I need the names. Okay, we will say with James Martin, Michael Jackson, but for these others, you find that it is P White, so it is Patricia White. So how do we get the first names here? Okay, so the best way to get the first names is if I can create two columns, just do Control Shift plus and Control Shift another plus. Okay, so what I'll do here is, under the emails there are first names there, so I'll extract all first names from this one, from this column E. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll extract, I'll type James, and then I'll do what? Control E. Okay, so I've extracted all the first what? All the first names. Okay, having done that, having extracted all the first names, this is the first name. Okay, let me just let me delete that column and create another column, Control Shift plus, and then here I'll have last name. Okay, last name. So where do we get the last name? So James Martin, the last name is what? Is Martin. So I want to extract Martin, and here on the second name I'll extract what? Jackson. So what I'll do is I'll type Martin, and then do Control what? Control E. Okay, so I've extracted the what? I've extracted the last name. Okay, so I can delete this column B by doing Control minus, and then I want to Control plus. I create another column, so I'll in this new column, I'll name it. I'll put it. It will have what name as the name of the column, right? So what I'm doing here is I want to join the first name and the second name. So how do I join that? So what I'll do is I'll just do equals text join tab. Okay, delimiter. Once I have joined this data or I've joined these names, how do I want them to be separated? I want them to be separated using what? Using space. So I'll do quotes space and double quotes space, then comma, then I'll do what? Ignore empty cells, comma. So I'll just select the name, the first text, comma, the second text, enter. Okay, you see I've joined the what? The two names. So next I can just do Control E. So Control E is not working. That is the flash fill. Okay, the flash fill is not working. So what I can do is I just drag to the end of what? Till the end of my data set. Okay, so this is how we do what? We clean data. So having done that, I've done text join. Okay, so I can also I can delete these two columns, but if I delete the columns, you find that here I'll have these errors because there is a formula here. Okay, so for me to kill the formula, what I'll do is I'll select the column D, and then I'll Control C, copy, and then Control Shift V to kill the formula. Okay, once I've killed the formula, next is to delete the two columns, column B and column C, Control minus. Right. So and also here before we did the text join, let me just do undo and then Control Z. Okay, we still have the text join. So what I'll do here is you find that there is no consistency in the names. Okay, they are in small letters. The first names are in small letters, or the second the second name is only the capital letter. It's only the last name. The last name we're starting with what is a capital letter. So I want them to be in a proper case. So what I'll do is I'll put the text join inside the proper function. So I'll do proper tab, and the whole text join is inside the proper function, and do enter. So you find that if I just copy it down, all the text is what all the names are in proper form. Okay, so now I can go ahead and and kill my formula. So I just select column D, Control C, then Control Shift V. Okay, I've killed the formula there, and then Control minus. Okay, so this is how we clean data. Okay, so for the phone numbers, you can also we can find other means of cleaning that. Okay, we can also find other means of cleaning this data. Okay, you see I have converted this into a table. Okay, okay, so okay, yeah, so for now let me stop there. I just wanted to show you how you can clean your data using the one flash fill. flash fill. That's the control E. And number 2, how you can clean your data with the find and replace. Number 3, how to clean your data using the proper function. Then another function I used, the text join. Thank you for your time, and bye bye.